There is a man that follows me. I sit in the cafe typing at my laptop as I sip the final dregs of my iced coffee. I look up, gazing over the top of the screen to the seat opposite me. Oh my gosh, English, hello? He's sitting there. He wasn't sitting there before, but I'm not surprised to see him. He vanishes from time to time. There was a blissful period when he didn't appear for an entire weekend. Still, even when he's not visible, I know that he's always around watching, waiting. Okay. He's a young man, dressed in sharp, crisp clothes. Some might even call him handsome. He's very unsettling. That's the word I would use. He crosses one leg over the other and leans back, enjoying the aroma of his espresso before taking a sip. He never takes his eyes off of me. I focus my gaze on the laptop screen, trying to avoid looking at his face. I would too. Especially with those green eyes. I feel like people that have like green or blue eyes, they just have that look where their eyes are just open. Like, I need you to see I'm different. I was in the middle of typing a sentence, but I can't remember the continuation. For a minute, I stare blankly at the document, typing, deleting, and retyping the same word over and over as a cold, prickling sensation washes over me. The man finally speaks. Oh boy. His voice is calm but reassured. He talks with the quiet confidence of a university professor. Please, no dialogue. Audio dialogue.
This is a nice cafe, isn't it? It's your favorite. It's cozy and quiet, and the coffee is good. It's not too expensive either.
I should find me a regular cafe that isn't Starbucks I can go to in the morning. That would be nice. I don't respond. The man continues to chat.
All of the employees are kind. They're generous, allowing students to work here for so long. Though you've already been here for 30 minutes. It was fairly empty when you first arrived, but it's going to be crowded soon. People always drop by to kill time before their evening classes. Don't you think it's about time to leave?
I have a drink. The man picks up the plastic cup and shakes it, rattling the ice cubes. He cocks his head and looks at me, raising an eyebrow.
You had a drink.
Okay, he ate. I'm thinking about getting some food, maybe a pastry or a bagel.
Are you? Really? When you're trying to save money, and you have sandwich fixings at home?
Just putting me on blast? Hello? I slumped down, leaning my face closer to the screen as I mashed the keys, filling the document with gibberish, only tangentially related to the topic of the paper. The man sighs.
The employees are too kind. They won't tell you to leave, even if you're being a bother. You're a paying customer after all. A paying customer that sat here for 30 minutes after getting a single coffee and insists on taking up an entire two-person table for just one person. Let's go home, okay?
1 minute later, and I'm tossing my cup in the recycling. I open the door to the cafe. The cold wind outside buffets my face, and chilly droplets sting my skin. As I head back to my dorm, the man walks alongside me, a satisfied and jaunty spring in his step. He tries to hold my bag, but I refuse. As he strolls along, he hums merrily. He reaches out to hold my hand, interlacing his fingers with mine, but I shrug my hand out of his grasp. Hello? The drizzle begins to turn into a shower. The man's mood doesn't dampen. He draws alongside me at an easy pace as I sprint home, shivering as the rain soaks through my clothes. Now, it is wise not to go home with someone that is following you like this. It's usually wise to go somewhere public or stay somewhere public. And if not, bring someone to your location, traveling away to where they cannot follow you. But that is, of course, easier said than done. But this is wild. When I lock the door, the man waits to the side, still watching my face closely. Droplets of water fall from the hair, framing his sunny expression. Before I go inside, he pulls my sleeve and lands a kiss on my cheek.
I was so happy to spend this time with you. I'll see you again soon.
Oh, we're in danger. He walks away. When I poke my head into the hallway, he has already vanished. Oh, we in danger. Oh, I like this whole room setup. I need to work on mine. Honestly, starting with, of course, a new desk in the near future. Surprise! Usually he follows me inside. He lingers, preparing tea and snacks and soothing music. Then after an hour or two, he disappears. So was this a real person or is it an illusion? I'm always glad when he's gone. Oh, that's the dialogue. Okay, so that's how you go to your main menu, save, load, settings, and archives. And this one is how you speed forward in the story. If you look in the bottom left, man wasn't always there. I can't remember seeing him when I was in elementary school. Perhaps he was lingering somewhere, watching, but he never came to talk to me. First time I met him was in middle school, right before the school play. As I huddled backstage, frantically rehearsing my lines, I saw him for the first time. I gazed up to see a boy kneeling beside me. He looked different at that time. He was younger, and he wore a simple collared shirt and a pair of jeans. I thought he might have been a classmate, but I didn't recognize him. At first, I thought he was strange, but I tried to ignore him. Instead, I focused on the crumpled sheet of printer paper, repeating the words until they rolled off the tongue. Then he spoke. There are so many people watching. Can you imagine what it would be like if you forgot your lines? You're standing on stage in front of a dozen people, flapping your mouth like a dying fish. You wonder what your classmates would think. They'd probably curse you for ruining weeks of hard work, for being the only rich in a well-oiled machine. Oh well. I hope it doesn't happen. That would be terrible, wouldn't it? Half an hour later, as I stood on stage in front of dozens of parents, my mind went blank. I forgot my lines. I choked, tears stinging the corners of my eyes. I looked around the auditorium and saw a stranger standing at the back, arms crossed as he leaned against the wall. I couldn't tell if he looked sympathetic or related. As I walked home, he found me again, skipping alongside me. He held my hand and smiled. I screamed at him, pushed my way and ran. When he was out of sight, I looked at my palm. He had given me some chocolate. Since then, I've seen the stranger countless times. He appears anywhere, when I'm walking around, outside, when I'm shopping, when I'm in class. The only place that offers me some semblance of refuge is my room, although he still sneaks in there sometimes, evading even the most private of spaces. I don't know his name, but I call him Geist. Okay, so we have a name for this person who might be real or something that's a figment in our mind. Leave over my keyboard and groan. No matter what I try, the program won't output the correct answer. After over an hour of tinkering, the result is the same. I look at the clock on the bottom left of the screen. 7:03 p.m. If I recall correctly, there should be a computer science tutoring schedule from 7 to 9. My fingers twist my shirt. I've never gone to tutoring before. The assignment is due at 11 p.m. Bite my lip, staring hard at the code, hoping that some solution will magically appear in my brain. It doesn't. The clock changes to 7:04 p.m. I stand. I could do this. Alternative is missing the assignment and getting a 0 after all. Besides, who goes to tutoring? Probably won't be anyone there. You'll be surprised. I was wrong. When I'm sitting outside the door, my resolve falters. I peer in through the shades covering the window, and there are quite a few people inside. At least 10. A familiar cold hand lands on my shoulder. Geist smiles at me. his expression twisted into something resembling sympathy.
So many people. Better not go in. Let's go home. I'm sure that you can figure it out.
Yeah, this is definitely something in our mental.
Is the room not open?
I turn. A boy with a wide smile and warm brown eyes is standing behind me. I recognize him. His sky blue Hawaiian shirt, decorated with plumeris, is difficult to forget. We're in the same lecture. He always sits in the front row. It's open.
Oh, I got it. No key card, right? I got you.
Sure. He maneuvers around me and swipes a card through the ID reader. When it clicks, he swings the door open and holds it for me.
After you.
Go inside. Take a deep breath and go in. Alright. The room is surprisingly crowded, probably because the problem set is due tonight. Several small groups of students are huddled over their laptops in different areas of the room, scrutinizing their screens. A couple of stragglers are hunched over the university desktops, typing furiously. Trust me, I've been there. It's not fun, but it's better to try and succeed in the group than fail alone. Seems to be a single tutor, a pale Japanese guy. He has messy dyed hair and he's wearing a Tricon University letterman's jacket. He's leaning on the desk next to one of the stragglers, pointing to the screen as he explains something. I go to a corner of the room and sit between two of the computers. Take out my laptop, rousing it from its slumber, and navigating to my code editor. Geist sits in the chair next to me, crossing one leg over the other. The boy also sits next to me on the opposite side. He's in one computer gap between us. My heartbeat hitches. He's gonna try to talk to me. I just came to get some help with my homework. I'm not ready to make small talk with a stranger. Trying to leave, the boy just takes out his laptop and starts typing. Need any help? Tutor walks over. His icy eyes flit between us before settling on the boy. The boy gestures to me with both hands.
Oh, that person was here first.
Look at you, troubling him. You wouldn't even have come in if he didn't hold the door for you. Let's hope you can talk without tripping over your own tongue like a buffoon.
My cheeks heat up. I randomly click through the pages of my web searches, hoping that the tutor doesn't see my open tabs with my bookmarks. Finally, I pull the code editor back up. I'm running into an error and I can't figure it out. Tutor uses my screen. Takes him less than 2 seconds to spot the issue. Easy one. Here. A less than their equal sign. It should be less than. Make the correction and the tutor waits as I run the program. Directs me through a couple of tests. When he verifies the code is working as intended, he turns to the boy. Alright, what about you?
If I'm being honest, I don't really know where to start.
I hated doing code when I was in school, honestly. It's rough, not for me. T raises an eyebrow and grabs a chair next to the boy, making himself comfortable. Let's see, palindrome problem. For this one, you need to make a recursive function. I turned to my own homework. My brain is particularly slow today, fingers stumbling over the keys. For some reason, I can't seem to focus on the assignment. 20 minutes pass and I'm still working on the same problem. Geist leans back in his chair as he reads a novel. The bell jar is emblazoned in elegant, curved letters on the cover.
You can't focus because there are too many people here. What if they're all looking at you, seeing how horribly slow you are? Why are you even in this class when you're so terrible at coding?
I tell you, this person or figment is, well, not is, but represents anxiety. Anxiety, self-doubt, things of that nature. My mouth tightens into a scowl. Next to me, the tutor has been hovering by the boy the entire time, guiding his charge methodically through the problem. However, it's slow going. Several sheets of paper covered with scrawled diagrams lying on the desk. The boy's eyebrows are still furrowed in confusion. There were students sigh. Let's say there were students in the room. I'll be back. Let me help them for a sec. The boy nods understanding. Geist claps his book shut, demanding my attention.
Why don't we go home? You got peace and quiet at the dorms.
Tell Geist no. I grit my teeth and want to stuff Geist's book down his throat, but then I hear something weird. The boy is making a strange, pitiful sound in his throat. He sounds kind of like a whining puppy. He stares at the computer in dejection. His frown so deep that it looks like a rain cloud crossed over his face. My eyes screen. Every time he runs this program, it freezes, refusing to budge until he closes it. I look a little closer. He got to increment the counter variable, whatever that means. Should I say something? It's an easy fix, but my throat feels dry.
You'd better not. Can you really explain yourself clearly? You're just going to make him more confused.
It's nonsense.
Besides, he didn't ask for your help. Why do you want to stick your nose somewhere it doesn't belong? If anything, he'll think you're a creep who's spying on him.
We'll also add self-questioning on top of that. His voice squeezes my vocal cords. It's difficult to breathe, let alone speak. Now we're gonna help him. Boy looks up, eyes brightening in interest. Edge closer, over to make room for me. You didn't increment your counter very well, so loop never stops running.
Ah, so that's what it was.
He types the correction and runs the program. It runs without freezing, even though it doesn't output the correct answer.
You saved me. Whew, thank you. What's your name? I'm Calais.
Calais, okay, got that, but thank you. Charlie?
Nice to meet you. We're in the same lecture, right? I'm pretty sure I've seen you around.
I nod my head, my eyes inadvertently skirt around his face, avoiding direct eye contact. We return to our respective problem sets. Once or twice, he reaches out to me with a question or asks me what problem I'm working on. Every time he opens his mouth, my stomach does a backflip. So the other students file out of the room. Soon Calais and I are the only ones left. The door opens. Sheila soon hovers in the doorway. She's dark-skinned, her umber hair falls in coils, framing her face. She's wearing a bright blue Tricon University sweatshirt and a pair of dark wash jeans and a white backpack. She's Calais and me, her eyes wide in surprise. She talks to the tutor, letting the door close behind her. Oh, are you so busy? Yeah. Take your time, I'll be over here. Lay's eyes widen and he waves enthusiastically at the older student. She smiles and waves back. The older student goes to the other side of the room and sits in the chair. She slings her backpack over the back of her seat before taking the book out of her bag and starts to read. Do you know her?
Yeah, she's a TA from one of my other classes. Super nice and so smart. She gave me a lot of advice about the courses and teachers in the bio department.
9 o'clock, 9:15. Been here long. She was going to pay to stay on the clock until 9. Better pack my things. I'm not done, but I'll just leave. I'll just have to finish it up somewhere else. Next to me, Calais seems to have the same idea. I think the ICI upperclassmen and exit the computer lab. Check my phone again, 9:20 p.m. now. Still have an hour and a half left to finish up and submit. Show up to the library. I can't waste valuable time walking back to my dorm. Boy, I have the chance to put my headphones. Clay jogs up beside me. The backpack bounced on the shoulder. I instinctively tense up.
Hey, you still get some homework to do, right? Do you want to work on it together?
Okay. A little taken aback that I can't even think to refuse. He beams.
Shoots! Comrades until 11.
Sure.
Gee, it's done.
Clay and I both slump on the table, relieved. 10:52 p.m. We submitted our assignments just in time. Been there, done that.
Thanks for doing it with me. I don't know what I would have done without you.
I can't resist smiling, hoping that I don't look overly awkward. It was fun. Well, as fun as doing the homework could be. Clay is easy to talk to and jokes around a bit while still taking his work seriously. Clothing didn't come easily to him initially, but once things started to click, he began to breeze through the problems much more easily. I was worried that it would be a one-sided affair, but he ended up helping me as much as I helped him. As I close out my coding editor, I side-eye the blonde man sitting next to me. To my surprise, Geist is silent as a mouse. When we were finishing our homework, I noticed him glaring at the two of us over the top of the bell jar, but the blonde man didn't say a word. Even now, no venomous quips escape his lips. He just stares at Clay, face twisting an expression of vague irritation. Clay may be the neutralizer for just...
It's this late? Oh, gotta go. Early morning tomorrow. See you in class.
Alright. He smiles as he waves goodbye. It relieves my chest feels light. Sometimes good things do happen even to people like me. Sometimes the sun does come, even to a place where it always rains. I keep myself from humming as I pack up my own belongings. Next to the library, the air is chilly, nipping at my nose and cheeks. Completely dark and mostly empty, the lamps casting eerie pools of light over the main plaza. They go down to library steps. Geist follows a step behind, mentioning my every stride. I steer my gaze ahead, trying to ignore him. Take my headphones from around my neck, I snap them over my ears. Welcome shield from the cold. Take out my phone and select my listening material of choice. I like podcasts. One of my favorite podcasts. Two hosts start to ramble about the history of cheese, drowning out the world. I run towards the path leading down to my dorm, but something catches my eye. Someone's waving at me. A girl wearing a white hoodie, her hair tossed into a loose bun. I recognize her, although I don't know her name. We were in the same classics seminar. What should I do? Should I wave? Should I pretend I don't see her and walk past? Wave. I intensely wave my hand, keeping it close to my body. Her eyes flash over me for a second before she looks past me, maybe more enthusiastically. Oh my god. Oh my god, the thing happened.
How humiliating.
We're gonna go past that.
How could you have ever thought she was waving at you? You barely know her. You've talked to her a couple of times. That doesn't mean you're friends.
It happens. Why? I hate when people do that. Why are you waving at someone from a distance, knowing someone else is over there, thinking, oh, like, come on now. Like, I hear people do that. Like, people are gonna think you're waving at them too. And I don't know. He's right. Yep. Let's keep going. Of course you couldn't be waving at me. We barely know each other. We're not friends. Turn the volume on my phone, walk faster, so to get home as quickly as possible. Hurt you with my headphones blaring in my ears. Geist's voice still haunts me.
That's right. Pretend that you don't see anyone. Pretend that you don't hear anyone. If you don't talk to them, they'll never hurt you.
Crazy. That fucking sucks. Yeah. Oh, all those saves too. So we're good. Of course, we got content warnings. Game deals heavily with the topic of mental health, and there's a lot of verbally abusive behavior. For details, check under the tag. Minor spoilers. There is some alcohol consumption. Other than that, there is no objectionable content. Game length about 20,000 words. 2 routes, 2 endings, 2 versions, each major scenes, 1 for each love interest. Okay, those are also the shortcuts. And that is mind. So if y'all are curious about this game and you want to give it a shot and try for yourselves, of course everything will be in the description below. I will be playing this in my own time. If y'all are curious and y'all want to see me finish it and to completion, of course just let me know in the comments below. Like I always say, everything will be in the description below if you don't want to wait for that and just want to play it for yourselves. But with that being said, I'm gonna end it here. So hopefully y'all had a good day, a good yesterday, and better tomorrow. And I'll catch y'all in the next video.